Hello and welcome back to Open Soon, and today I'm pretty excited to introduce you to the newest in the collection, which is this Lockwood 334B45. This is perhaps the first really proper lock that I've had on the channel. This is considered a difficult lock to pick. I think it makes a blue belt on lock picking, and is generally considered one of those sort of gateway locks that if you can pick this, then you're on your way. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautifully constructed lock, very heavy brass, hardened steel shackle, and a really just beautifully made in every respect. Makes a beautiful sound when it's opened, and opens really sort of smoothly. And so basically this is one of those locks that everyone needs to have on their list of locks picked. So I was pretty keen to have got it this weekend. And as always, when you buy a new lock, there is the bitting surprise, and this is no exception, because what we have here is a series of high positions. Now, I don't really want to look at the bitting too much. I don't want to sort of go into the picking using that knowledge, but can't really help it when you buy a new lock. But as you can see, 1 and 2 are extremely high. Then we've got a sort of mid-range 3, another extremely high 4, and a reasonably high 5. I suspect number 3 there might get in the way a little bit of reaching those back pins, especially considering that being a Lockwood of this kind of quality, it's almost certain that this will be full of spools and also have very tight tolerances that Lockwood is famous for. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to attempt to pick it. I've only just got this, and I thought I'd have a go on camera while the lock is relatively new to me. I actually got it yesterday. And so what I thought I might do is have a go at picking it, and may or may not be successful. If I'm not successful, then we'll, in a little while, then I'll perhaps make another video of me successfully picking this, and I'll gut it then. But anyway, yeah, beautiful lock, the Lockwood 334B45. Let's put it in the vise and see if we can't get it open. Pull the key out, don't need that. Now for this, what I'm actually going to have a go at using is this number 5 medium hook from the Goso set, would you believe, which, I don't know if you can see, I've spent a little bit of time with the 1200 grit sandpaper just smoothing it up, making it approximate something like a pick that you might buy from a good set, because as a general rule the Gosos are really nothing to write home about. But the advantage I have with this is it's actually quite a thick, strong pick, and the keyway on this Lockwood, as you can see, really doesn't present any major challenges. We should be able to just pick off that there and get into it. So as you can see, this actually moves quite freely in and out of the keyway, and because it's a bit stronger, because I know there's going to be spools, and I thought I'd just give that a go. And I'm going to try bottom of the keyway tension first with this little tension wrench that was also from the Goso set. So this is really taking some beginner equipment to an advanced lock. You can see I've already bent that once, but as always with the Lockwoods, we're going to apply some pretty low sort of finger resting on the tension bar type tension to this. I might go straight to the back. There's 5, click on 5. Big click. click on 4. Now we know 3 is that. Little click on 3. There's 2. And there's 1. Let's go back to the beginning. Nothing on 5. Nothing on 4. 3. 2 and 1. We're not even getting a false set there. I think I might have to take a different approach. Let's go back. Some time later. You thing you. Now where were we? Top of the keyway attention, very light. Click on 1, falls back. Click on 2, slight false set. Click on 3. Again a saw. Click on 4. False set and 5. Still something's hanging around. One is giving us a bit of a hard time here. Crunchy business. What's happening with 1 there? These tolerances and these spools and probably beveled pins are working together to create an absolute monster here. I think I showed you the bitting of the key earlier, which is just adding a whole extra level of difficulty. Like I'm 95% there. There goes that pretty deep false set. Oh, almost lost him. Nope. waiting for my heavier pry bars to come in, which will be useful for this kind of situation. This is only a 0.9mm bar. Needs something more like a 1.2 or 1mm, 50 thousandths. A lot of the sets don't provide a really heavy bar. You have to get them separately. It's a bit annoying. Pins down again, but then you something in the back just not cooperating. No, don't want to pick the warding. That kind of rotation was an overset. And we're open. Thank the Lord. That bitting there especially makes life challenging when you've got what appears to be a 1, a 0, a 4, a 0, and a 2, maybe a 3. Very challenging indeed. Okay, let's get this thing gutted before the gods of lock sport forsake me. Lockwood 334 B45, blue belt lock on R lock picking. A really top-notch piece of gear, and I'm pretty pleased to have cracked him open. Just going to grab that out to show you in a second. I'll talk about that. That is the dot, which is a challenge lock I have made. It is yet to be received by anyone, so if anyone wants to try their hand at the dot challenge lock, it is available. I would prefer to send it to someone who's located in Australia, just for postage reasons, but maybe something can be arranged if people are keen. Okay, let's open this up. Really a beautiful piece of kit, these. Well designed, everything. Key back in, working fine. What we have here is a little pin that if you put it out and put it in that hole there, it makes the lock key retaining, which is something I don't have any use for in this current setting, but I can understand how that'd be useful. The 334B45 is actually used by the state government here in Victoria as their government lock on in many applications. It's considered secure enough for government here, so hey, probably is secure. Haha. Need a little screwdriver for this guy. Magnetic screwdrivers. So much prefer this style of retainer to the C-clips. Pretty simple setup. These Lockwoods. And I'll need a follower. A little Lockwood shaped one. And I might just need my film shim. Let's have a look what we've got here. Maybe I ought to get away with it. No nasty ridges like in the 530. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now for the exciting part. In chamber 1, a stainless spool. Chamber 2, another stainless spool that has now cast itself onto the floor. Here it is. Explodes under the scene. 3, 4, and number 5. Nothing special I imagine about any of the springs in there. There's a couple of them there. Okay, barrel. No special equipment or countermilling or anything in the barrel. There's room for some drill protection. There's nothing in there, although stainless steel spools probably provide a fair bit of protection anyway. Otherwise, a pretty standard looking core. Nothing particularly to see in the cylinder. No, can't see any countermilling or anything like that. Didn't feel anything crunchy or serrated feeling in there. That's just the core retainer. And so we've got springs flying everywhere. This is pretty standard issue dealing with locks. Okay, a bit closer. As you can see, classic Lockwood stainless steel spools, quite sharp. These really don't look much, but they can really give you a hard time, as this lock did. Bitting, look at those tiny 0 pins here. and deeper ones at the back and in the middle. Doesn't seem like much, but that really does, that one pin there, that deeper pin right in the middle before these high set pins, really throws you out. Alright, let's get it back together. This is where this is not the ideal floor. It's only 5 pins, not 6. There is room for 6 in this, obviously, and you could certainly make a very nasty challenge lock out of one of these. One advantage with 5-pin systems is they're a little bit easier to put back together. A little bit. One of the challenges, of course, being not to put the first pin into number 6. That's what I just did. In fact, I put spring in there as well. Rookie mistake. Try not to have all of them come out at once. Back in there, number 5 where it belongs. See if we can chase him down with a spool while I'm at it. It's a bit easier that way. Back in there. Let's get this one going. Let's turn like that. We're still working fine, so that's all worked out nicely. Turning plate back on. what is a fairly delicate operation is made so much easier by using this style of backing plate. And notice the other thing that this style does on these Lockwoods is that it's a solid backing plate, which means there's no way to get a bypass tool through. So now we're limited to just that range of movement. It's all good, all working. Screw is still in there. And there we have it, the Lockwood 334 B45. Quite a famous landmark milestone lock in Australian circles, perhaps around the world. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you like what you see, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.